Hey guys, so I'm in my podcasting era, okay? I am loving having these conversations, and sometimes, I have a lot of deep shits to say, sometimes I have a lot of nerdy shit to say, and sometimes I just want to chill and just talk to y'all, honestly. So, my last podcast episode, we got real deep, kind of just diving deeper on, you know, the conversation for those who may be feeling lost or stuck in life. So, if that's how you're kind of feeling, I highly recommend listening to not just that episode, but binging my entire podcast. Because if you're listening to this now, you're probably into some type of self development, spirituality, mindset work. And you just always want to be your best self or gain that knowledge or gain that wisdom, and I'm here for it. So with that being said, today's podcast episode, I kind of just wanted to go with the flow with things. I usually have like notes and a theme or something that came through to me that I want to share, but for this episode I kind of just want to like let it flow. So to start off, I definitely want a new podcast microphone, or maybe find a way to get better sound quality, because I don't know. I'm really picky when it comes to quality sometimes. And I feel like, I got it. I have a great mic. It's pink, it's cute. It was on my vision board, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like the sound sounds weird. Maybe I need to go in my closet and start filming this stuff. But I think I might invest in a condenser mic so it sounds way more, like nicer quality, juicy sound quality, which is the vibe, honestly. Like, maybe I should try to turn it down a little bit. Let's see. Maybe the gain is too high sometimes. I don't know. But regardless, y'all, I am very aware that, I feel personally like the quality could be better. So, y'all let me know what you think. Am I just being extra, or do you agree? So that's the first thing. The second thing is I kind of want to let you guys in a little bit more into my life and just share a little bit about what's going on with me. Um, Obviously, like, as you guys know, I run my own online business. I own a woman's online nutrition and fitness coaching business, but it's a lot more than just like macros and meal plan and training. It's deeper than that. We're really passionate about helping our women really embody that next level version of themselves, heal their relationship with foods, and gain insane confidence within themselves, in their skin. And we do that through a lot of, yes, education, but a lot of mindset work and a lot of spirituality, and teaching them how to ground their nervous system when life is chaotic, and gain more emotional mental stability. And obviously, by having a healthy body, you're able to create a better foundation for a healthy mind, right? But if you have no healthy coping mechanism for your emotions, or, you're constantly like, maybe you're addicted to stress or something and you're not even aware of it. Um, but those things will affect that, right? So that's essentially what we do. And I love what I do. I work with Coach Kiana. She's one of my head coaches that I hired, and we're going to be growing the team as well. But my entire life is basically just following this mission, serving. I love being a coach. I love running my own business. And I kind of was having an identity crisis these past couple of months. Nobody really knows about this besides my business coach, and maybe one friend, and definitely Daniel, my partner. But as I evolve, everything else is going to evolve with me, right? So I kind of had this period of time, just like a couple of weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks, where I would sit to plan content and I just couldn't be asked. I just couldn't be asked to talk about macros or training or fucking recipes and this and that. And I do love all of that stuff. And I love the positive impact that it creates, because I know I needed that at some point. Right. And I still love it. Like, I'm not saying I don't, but my soul was just craving something deeper. Right. And I know I can create content that doesn't have anything to do with that. I do it all the time. Right. But it was deeper than just like the content that I was posting. It was also in the way that I serve, and the focus of my businesses, right? Um, so I was lacking a little bit of clarity there on, do I want to scale out this business? Um, if I don't know if like this is something that I really want to do, you know what I mean? Or talk about or whatever. And I had to really reconnect to my why, one. Um, but more importantly, just expand my vision. I think I really was thinking on the basis of like one business. And once I really sat with my vision and reflected, I realized, girl, first off, I realized I definitely am still passionate about health and fitness and nutrition, specifically because I'm a firm believer that if you don't even have a healthy relationship with your body, with your food, with your eating habits, with the way that you look at yourself in the mirror, if you don't know who you are when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you feel disconnected, if you feel like a stranger in your own body, it's going to be really hard to kind of fulfill the other areas of your life. Not always, but I know, at least in my own profession, that a lot of women hold themselves back from living basically simply by the way that they look or the way that they feel they look, because they don't want to get judged, or they don't want to deal with just going outside and getting looks or whatever it is, or comments from family members or whatever. And that's no way to live, right? So by helping women, increase their health consciousness and heal their relationship with food, and, build a body that they're confident in and is healthy and is sustainable, and build a normal relationship with food and gain food freedom, is like just the gateway to so much spiritual and personal development. It's actually through the spiritual and personal development and the education that they're then able to get those results, believe it or not, right? Like the transformations are so much deeper than physical. So I knew for a fact, definitely something that I still want to continue to work through, still want to scale. But for those who don't know, I'm also a business coach. So I currently work with my first ever business coach, business mentor, Zach Colburn at PTBI. And that stands for Personal Trainers Business Incubator. That was my first ever business mentor. He taught me how to do it all. He's my OG coach. And, he brought me in as the mindset business coach for their brand. And I love it. I love what I do. I really love helping people, coaches find financial freedom as well and overcome fears with certain things in business and showing up and caring what people think about you and owning your voice and money mindset and, all of the things. Like I really, really am passionate about that. And I've said it in a podcast before, but it's definitely something that I desire to pivot into once I continue to scale out this business. So, my goal is to continue to scale out Embody-Her. Embody-Her is our one-on-one women's nutrition, fitness, and mental health coaching service. And we're obviously continuing to build offers within that product suite. So that way we can continue to help more women at different price points, right? And just make more impact and have more fun with it and repurpose it. But then I also am feeling so called, so called to branch out in spiritual business mentorship, spiritual business and life mentorship. The reason being is because you can build a business with the strategy, with the launch plan, track your systems and KPIs and all of that. But if your mindset isn't there and you're doing it mainly for the money and you're worrying about your job and you're worrying if you can do this and you're worrying about this, you're worrying about that, you have so many fears, so many traumas, spiritually you're not really going to get the best experience out of it, right? So they serve each other. It's the yin and the yang, right? It's the masculine and the feminine. You cannot run, I believe, a passion led business without that grounding, without that rest, without that flow, without that intuition, without the vision, without the recharging, without the self-compassion, without the slowness, the presence. You just can't. I mean, well, first off, you can, but again, a passion-led, happy, peaceful business, not a burnt out hustle and be burnt out and unfulfilled business, right? Because you could those options are both available to you, right? So just feeling really called to that, but I'm just going to be trickling in, some more generalized mindset, spirituality content, manifestation content, through my content. But obviously the nutrition, the fitness is still going to be very alive because it's a part of who I am, what I do. And yeah, so for those of y'all in my podcast and my little safe space over here, you guys will be checking that out a little bit and y'all will know what's up. Well, everybody else is like, what's going on? Right. But I'm excited about it. And, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to evolve and, find new creative outlets. And I don't know, just by being curious and pouring into your own self development, you discover so much about what you love and just your purpose in life. And when I say, y'all, I am obsessed with self discovery and self development and discovery of self and just humans and the mind. And I'm just such a curious fucking person. Um, I have found so much about just my likes, my dislikes, my passions, my purpose. And at such a young age, too, by simply just following my intuition, by tapping into that, higher guidance and asking God, the universe, however you identify that higher power as, for support, for help. I use the law of attraction to quit my job and to be where I am today, to have my dream team and to work with soulmate clients and to have them be so excited to pay us for our support and our guidance and our mentorship, right? And it wasn't always easy. There's a lot of things that, again, that had to come up for me. But when I say manifest and use the law of attraction, oh, I could do a whole another podcast on that. But I could do a whole podcast about that. The thing with when people hear manifestation, it's such a like trendy word nowadays. Manifest manifestation isn't what you think it is. Manifestation isn't like, oh, like, well, I'm going to manifest a tiger and it's going to show up. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. It's not like you just wish something and like you wish it hard enough and like it comes to you. There's different layers to manifestation. Um, and manifestation really is a science. Manifestation stems from the law of attraction, which is a law of the universe no more than the law of thermodynamics or the law of gravity. It's just science. It's a law of the universe. You attract the energy that you are putting out. So whatever you are vibrating at energetically, because everything is made up of energy, if you were to break down all of our cells, all of our organs would be broken down into cells, be broken down into molecules, broken down into atoms, and those atoms have a negative and a positive charge. Okay. You think certain thoughts repeatedly over a long period of time. Those thoughts trigger feelings. Those feelings are emotions. You feel an emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. You feel that in your body. You feel angry. You feel heat. You feel your heart race. You feel sadness. You feel low. You feel depressed. You lose energy in your body, right? It's all energy. And that becomes your point of attraction. Okay. This is why people who are really, really anxious, who are always worrying and fearing the next thing to go wrong, quite literally are always going through something wrong in their life because they're quite literally just attracting that into their reality because they're expecting it because that's what's always happened and they're living in fear. They're living in a fight or flight response. Nothing wrong with that, obviously, but it just is. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just neutral, right? It's just an observation. So with that, I learned a lot about the laws of the universe, the law of detachment, how you can't really attract something into your life if you're attached to the outcome of it, right? This is with anything, whether it's, let's say you want to you have a goal body in mind or a goal weight, let's just say that, and your goal is to lose X amount of pounds, and you fixate on the scale, you fixate on every little thing, you're constantly checking for progress, you feel like, one little thing's going to screw everything up. You're acting that way because you're attached to the outcome. Because you're attached to the outcome, what you're basically saying to the universe, to God, to source, energy, whatever, is that you are in control, that you believe you are in control. And because you're trying to control every little thing, you believe that, you do things this way, you will get this outcome. When really you're not really in full control, right? Like you're control of the things you're in control of, like your daily habits, drinking your water, hitting your protein, getting in carbs, your fats, moving your body, cutting out toxic people, but you're not in control of how fast the weight goes down. You know what I mean? And if you were try to, you would just end up with a really bad experience, right? Because that's what you think you want, and then it all backfires. Like, have you ever wanted something so bad that your ego gets in the way, you try to control everything and it just backfires heavily? That's the universe putting you in your place, okay? No, I'm kidding. I don't believe in a universe like, I know in religion a lot of times they say God is a, what's the word? Wrathful? I don't know what the word is, but you know, um right, I don't know what the word is, but I believe that we do that to ourselves. But regardless, I think it definitely goes to show that this is what happens when we allow our egos to try to run the show, right? Or when we try to be an attachment to the outcome. It's the same thing in business, right? Like, let's say I'm about to get my first client, right? We're a good fit, it's an amazing fit. And the whole time I'm worrying about like if they're actually gonna, sign on or not. The whole time I'm worrying about it. First of all, not only are they gonna pick up on that energy, but because I'm attached to the outcome, I'm now tying my emotions and my worth to it. So if it happens, I feel good. If it doesn't happen, I feel bad. That is how you give your power away. So by understanding, you know, that we think certain things are going to make us happy, we think certain things are going to bring us joy. They might temporarily, but we already can tap into that now. So when we are attached to things, this is when we start to act out of our worth, right? We start to act less like our authentic self because we're trying to be in control of everything. And the opposite of that is really to surrender, to trust. So there are so many layers that go into the law of attraction, the laws of the universe, but that's essentially how I design my life. The things that I desire in my life, I believe they are pure desires that were sent through to me. I believe that God gives me these desires, these pure desires. And it's my duty to pursue these things and to bring them into my life. And if I evolve and if I change and if I shut off old things, that's okay, and I lose that attachment to that. But we have to create room for ourselves to grow. There, the space in between growth and where you are now and where you want to be, that space can either look like uncertainty, the unknown, the scary, or it can be a blank canvas for you to create and design the life that you want, that you desire, that deep down you can create for yourself, right? And I can do a whole nother podcast around manifestation, the laws of attraction, and how I basically design my life using those principles, and just pretty much use these tools. That's really what it is, guys, is their tools to really support you in creating the life that you want, that you desire, and that God wants you to have, and the universe is so excited to support you in, right? When your intention is pure, right? So um yeah. So who knows what the future holds for me? I'm excited. I'm excited to have you here along the way, because I just think, like, I follow so many people who like I've followed since the beginning of when they start everything and been with them since day one. And it's such a beautiful thing to watch someone go through life, and it's so inspiring. And I hope I can inspire you guys for the same. So um yeah, I'll continue to keep you updated on what's going on. My personal fitness goals and nutrition, my goal is still to build. Like the goal is always to build for me. Obviously sometimes I don't feel the most comfortable and I kind of want to go into a cut or a mini cut, but I stay focused on the task at hand, and just playing the long game, right? Really understanding that my results are probably going to come, especially because I'm pretty advanced in my physique. Probably like it will take me honestly like 2 years to really see a big difference. And, it feels like a long time, but time flies. You know what I mean? Like it's already April. It's, oh my God, like please. So I'm just focusing on staying consistent, again, taking actions that align with those goals, but allowing for balance as needed, rest as needed, and not beating myself up or putting so much pressure on myself, right? And there's a fine line between that because obviously you can't want these results, but then also just not want to put in the work as well. There's a fine line. So there's that. The business is doing great. We're serving so many new women. Every single woman that signs on and trusts us to support them in their journey, I am so grateful for. And if you're one of our girls and you're listening to this, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. And I hope you can feel this energy just through the audio. And, every single one of you, you guys have such a big impact on the community. And we're just so honored and grateful to just have you in our energy and our space and just allowing us to coach you through your goals. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and what else can I update you guys on? Oh, I'm actually I've invested in myself. I'm like really big in investing in myself, guys. Because why the fuck not? But I'm actually taking a money mindset mastermind. It's like a 4-week course. And my goal really is to just go into it and uncover any subconscious connotations or beliefs around money, that I can dig up. Because at the end of the day, guys, I when I what I mean by I desire to make more money, well, all that really means is money is simply a measure to scale the impact and service that I'm making. So essentially, if we're making more money, we're making more impact. That's really all it is. So I know that I have certain things. I know that I still have a little bit of trust to build within myself when it comes to managing money, that's for sure. When it comes to my business expenses, I'm really good. Actually, I don't even manage it. I have a CPA now. Woo, shout out to Frank. Um, and he helps me with financial advising and he manages all my finances on my business side. But when it comes to my personal, I'm kind of just like a big spender. Like I never grew up with a lot of the stuff that I wanted. I wasn't allowed to like get my nails done, to like do this, do that, to get the clothes I wanted, and for good reason, whatever. But I'm kidding. uh, so now that I actually am able to have that for myself, your girl's a big spender. Okay, I have a huge abundance mindset. Every dollar I spend comes back to me tenfold. Okay, but sometimes I feel like okay, I think I like the abundance mindset's great, but we need to manage this money as well. Okay. So I have certain habits that I am observing, and I could do a whole nother podcast around that and my own financial journey, my own journey with my wealth consciousness as well. Going from, again, quitting a really secure job and starting my own business and just, going through so much worry in the beginning. And yeah, I would love to share that for you guys. You let me know. But I'm excited. I'm excited to uncover any like money mindset things, and anything I learn, I'll share with you guys. And yeah, um, I also might be just opening up 90-minute strategy sessions. I'm sorry, 60-minute strategy sessions for business. Um, whether you're a fitness coach or an aspiring fitness coach or a regular coach, like maybe you're an aspiring mindset coach or life coach or anything, coaching is really my specialty. I've been coaching for the longest time. Even while I was building my business at the job that I worked at, I was actually a money and life coach. So and I got certified in that. And that was really cool to do that for a little bit as well. So it's one of my passions is just to help guide people. And I do that through you. So I just do that through powerful questioning. And then I offer advice, wisdom. Uh, I hear a negative thought in the back of my head, like, what do you know about wisdom? But I know for me that I channel a lot of the stuff that comes through to me. I do know that I'm a very intuitive person. I've always been. And if I can connect to you and if you're open to me, I can really if you share your vision for me, what you want, I know I can guide you to a little bit more clarity. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know, give me that feedback. I'll probably just drop it in my link tree. It might not even be something that I promote a lot, but if you're someone who is an aspiring business owner, or you really want to change your mindset and perspective on life or relationships, or you really want to manifest something in your life and you're struggling, um I might open the ability to do that. So yeah, that might be my little first step in branching off. But that's pretty much it, guys. We have so much exciting things coming as well. A sneak peek. We have something that we are building up for for the Embody Her Fitness community. So if you're in our Facebook group, if you're in our email list, if you follow me on Instagram, um, put on your notifications for my posts or my stories, because you won't want to miss this announcement. It's going to be so lit. I'm so excited to launch it and to just have another avenue to support you guys, to be in your energy, and to make shit happen together. So keep an eye out. You'll be hearing more about this in May. And yeah, I'm also going on an 8-night cruise in August. I'm going to Belize, Honduras, Cozumel, Bahamas with all of my friends and my man and their mans. And it's going to be so fun. And I can't wait. So I'm really just trying to like grind, you know what I mean? And just feel like I earned it, feel like I really like, wow, like we worked, and we really have been. Um, I'm also going to San Diego end of April as well for another women's business retreat. I'm so excited about that. It's a solo trip, so I'm going to be vlogging, and it's always uncomfortable getting out of your comfort zone, going alone. As outgoing as I am, I definitely still worry about like, being the fucking one in the corner, not clicking with anybody, but I'm going into it with an open mindset. I've done it before. I can do it again. It's going to be perfect as always. And yeah, I'm excited to continue to share with you guys just little bits and pieces of my life and my journey. And again, guys, if there's anything you'd like to see from me, let me know, because when you let me know, I can actually go and take action and talk on it. So, I'm loving these 2 podcast episodes a week. So, see you next week. Thanks for listening to me. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.